Good morning. This is Dr. Rajkumar Arya, Associate Professor in Department of Chemical Engineering, NIT Jalandhar. Today I am going to explain the modeling of series of isothermal constant hold of CSTRs. So in this case, what you have, a feed is entering to a reactant, and this is some reaction, a first order reaction is being considered inside the reactor in liquid phase, and it is assumed that temperature and volume of the reactor remains unchanged during the course of reactions, and each reactor have its own volume and temperature. So density is also considered to be constant throughout the systems, and so here if we see the series of CSTR reactors, so it is look like that. A feed is being charged with flow rate F0, concentration Ca0, and its volume of first reactor V1 and rate constant here K1. The product of this reactor is being charged to the reactor 2, where it has volume B2 and rate constant K2. The product of reactor 2 is being charged to the reactor 3, so this is have volume B3 and rate constant here K3. So density here throughout the system is being considered constant. So if we can write here mass balance and component balance for each reactor. So if we write the total mass balance here for reactor 1, so reactor 1 is this one, so here rate of mass accumulation within the reactor d rho v1 upon dt equal to mass in rho f0 minus mass out rho f1. So at steady state, so this term would be 0, so finally we will get here f0 equal to f1. Same mass balance can be applied in reactor 2 and reactor 3. So if we apply in reactor 2 and reactor 3, so we will get this, the relation here F1 equal to F2 equal to F3 equal to F0 is being assumed as F. So F is the volumetric flow rate meter cube per minute, and molar concentration is assumed at mole per meter cubes. Now we can write component mass balance for each of the reactors. So for first reactor, rate of accumulations of A inside the reactor 1, so dCA1 B1 upon dt equal to rate of mass rate A F0 Ca0, rate of mass of A leaving the reactor F1 Ca1, rate of mass A consumed due to the reactions B1 K1 Ca1. Similarly, we can write for reactor 2, so this is accumulations of A within the reactor 2 dCA2 V2 upon dt equal to F1 Ca1. This is rate of A coming into the reactor, so this is coming from reactor 1, and this one is F2 Ca2, rate of mass out from reactor 2, and this one is B2 K2 Ca2, rate of A consumed due to the reaction in this particular reactor. Then for third reactor, we can write accumulation of A again dCA3 B3 upon dt equal to F2 Ca2, this is rate of mass A coming into the reactor. F3 Ca3 is rate of mass A leaving the reactor. B3 K3 Ca3 total rate of A consumed inside the reactor due to the reactions. Now we have already proved that F1 equal to F2 equal to F3 equal to F0 equal to F, and volume are also independent of time. So these three equations, equation 3, equation 4 and equation 5 can be rewritten as B1 dCA1 upon dt equal to F CA0 minus CA1 minus B1 K1 CA1. Then for reactor 2, B2 equal to dCA2 upon dt equal to F CA1 minus CA2 minus B2 K2 CA2. Then for reactor 3 is B3 dCA3 upon dt F CA2 minus CA3 minus B3 K3 CA3. Now rate constant can be calculated from Arrhenius equations. So Kn equal to K0 exponential minus E upon RT, and where n can change for any number of the reactors from 1 to 3, 4. Now the governing equations can be written in terms of time constants. So time constant can be calculated V by F in minutes, and then this equation 6, 7, 8 can be rewritten in terms of time constants. So if we write, so this B from this side will come here, and then these terms can be rearranged into this particular format, and then we can substitute the expression for tau. So we will end up with this equation dCA1 upon dt equal to this one CA0 upon tau minus CA1 K1 plus 1 upon tau. So this you can rearrange it dCA1 upon dt plus CA1 K1 plus 1 upon tau equal to CA0 upon tau. Then for reactor 2, again we can divide this equations, that equation 7 by V2. So if we divide that, we will get this equation here. Now we can substitute the expression of tau, and then we will end up of this CA1 upon tau minus CA2 bracket K2 plus 1 upon tau bracket closed. So this is another equation for reactor 2. Similarly we can write for reactor 3. So dCA3 upon dt would be equal to CA2 upon tau minus CA3 bracket K3 plus 1 upon tau. So equation 10, 11 and 12 are the required model equation which need to be solved, and CA1, CA0 is the only forcing functions, or you can say input variables, to solve these three equations simultaneously. So you can use any solvers, ODE is 45 or ODE 15, ODE 23 or MATLAB inbuilt to solve it and to generate the concentration profiles. Thank you.